This is the SporTrivia app, because for players who want to play games, to learn more about sports and to test their knowledge on the sports. First of all, we're going to test the first features. We got the SSO, sign in with Google over here. First, we can sign in with normal credentials that we have, or we can sign in with SSO. And we can sign in there to that account. And we can just allow notifications. And then firstly, let's just play the games first. We got a bunch of quiz options and the filter to filter them based on their region. Let's play a endurance racing quiz. Here we got a newsletter here showing the latest news of the sport. And it also has a link here at the bottom that we can click on. You can just click there and it takes us to that link about the news. And we can also see the rules here as well of the sport. It also has the rules of the link. Gets us there, and a video as well. That should take us to YouTube. Okay, now we can choose a difficulty of the sport from easy to hard or mix. Play easy quiz. And there we got all the answers correct. We can also see all the answers of the questions here. We can play the same quiz again, choose another quiz. We go back to the quiz catalog to play a quiz, or we can share the results that we just did. See over here that it will grab a screenshot to the phone, and then you can share it as a PNG or JPEG. You just play again. We also have the ability to skip a question, randomize a question, or ask for a hint. We got that. You just randomize until you get a lucky guess and we can get it correctly. And we can see the leaderboards of different players here. They're all at rank 1. You've got their points here. They are sorted by points. And then we can go to the settings, can edit our profile here, our email, our display name, and the password, which is optional. We can also edit our profile picture, which allows us to choose a picture from our gallery or take a photo that unlocks the camera. You can just test it out here. Need to allow the permission first. The camera gets opened to allow a picture to be taken. You can take that picture and we can either save it or not. And you can click the save changes to update your profile. You can also change the language as well. Change from English to Afrikaans, gets changed like that, to Zulu, or to Isixhosa. And we can change it back to English. Can also users can report a problem. We can submit that problem. It will submit to the Firebase database. We can suggest feedback to increase the app's potential to be better. We'll also send to the database. And of course, allow users to suggest new categories or questions and answers. So what users want here, which would be boxing. They choose or, so they can submit boxing, or they want to suggest a sports question. You can go to football or submit to the database. You can also swap between light and dark mode. So now it is in light mode. You can go there, we can swap back to dark mode. Now the app is back in dark mode. And we can just go to the profile. We can see our profile picture here, our highest streak on the top right here. Got our rank, our points here, our progression level. We can also see our badges that we have unlocked. We have a streak 5 so far. Our achievements over here. We don't have that much. And our career stats. One last feature is when we log out. So right here we can use biometrics, fingerprint, or face scan. You can just utilize the fingerprint and it will log me back into my Google account because it links your phone's biometrical data into the last Google signed in account. The offline data syncing, users can go offline purposefully. What they can do is that they can only just read the news and the football rules. They can still click on the links, which I just did, and can't access because I'm not connected to the internet at the moment. Even if the API is offline, users can still see this data. They can't actually play anything because you need to be online to play, since it's hosted online. You've got a leaderboards here. Leaderboards will still be synced here, but to view, other than that, can't really do much. Go over the authentication process. We got the users being stored here in a Firebase Firestore authentication database over here, and then they also get stored in the Firestore database. We got the feedback stuff here. That's the one that they just displayed. Problems over there. Suggestions over here. Where's the one that they just made? Here's the one that they just made. And of course the users. This is one of the users that is made here. This is my Google account. It's another user of the team. This is my other Google account. And another user of the team. And then another user that was made. This is where the API data is stored. So the API gets run. It's being hosted in Docker. And here we got the API being hosted here in Docker. There's the ports. And the ports just gets called here from the localhost. You can get all the sports based on the news, questions, the ID of a sport, the filtering of the sport, and so forth.